Capcom just trademarked Dino Crisis. So I'm actually pretty excited about this news right here because I've done a few videos in regards to Dino Crisis, as far as them bringing the game to the PlayStation Store, someone doing a mod that was kind of similar to the same way that they did a remake for Resident Evil 2, just different things like that, and some of the information that has been given out as far as the game goes. And I'm actually really pumped up and excited to hear this news because I'm hoping this means that we are going to be getting a remake pretty soon down the line. So, for anyone that doesn't know, there's been fans of the Dino Crisis that have been asking for a remake for years now. And it's been one of those things, it's kind of been real quiet. But I'm guessing because of the fact that, Capcom decided to put Dino Crisis in the PlayStation Store. At first they put it so that you could only play it if you had like the highest tier subscription, but and then they switched it a little bit later so that you could actually purchase the game separately. I believe they have one and now two on there. So hearing that this news is going to be coming out, with the potential of this kind of meaning there's going to be some future installments for the franchise, I think is really cool and I'm really excited. And it was a little bit unfortunate because the creators, Capcom, they decided that they didn't really want to focus on Dino Crisis because of the fact that they had Monster Hunter, so they were kind of more focused on that. But I think with more than likely the games that they had released for the PlayStation and everything like that, I believe they were a success. So more than likely it left them kind of feeling like, we do got to do something with this. So that has me pretty hyped and I'm pretty excited to hear this news. So per usual, I'm just going to go over some of this information we got here for the article, and then we'll go ahead and give my thoughts as we go along. So Dino Crisis fans are among the most patient in the industry. The last entry, Dino Crisis 3, launched in 2003, and players have been wanting more ever since. There's been much talk of something happening with the series over the past few years, but until now, nothing has come of it. And yeah, that is again one of those things. Once they actually started bringing out like the classic games and everything like that, I really think that was kind of their way to kind of test the waters and then kind of see where it was going. And seeing how fans reacted to it, I think it left them kind of feeling positive. At long last, that might be about to change. That's horrible grammar. As spotted by Gematsu, Capcom recently trademarked Dino Crisis again, suggesting that it has some plans for the series after all. Dino Crisis has been trademarked in Japan. Fans have been waiting for another game since 2003. And yeah, man, this is actually having me pretty hyped. So Capcom trademarked Dino Crisis on March 4th in Japan, which went public today. And there are some people that are speculating that they might be coming out with another Dino Crisis game. If they do, I feel like that'll be pretty cool. But for me, at least right now, I'm kind of hoping that they do a remake in the sense that they did kind of with similar to like Resident Evil 2, so that they can kind of start the franchise over again since it has been over 20 years since the last game. So I'm kind of hoping that they can kind of go that route, because if they do decide to come out with a new one, like a next one in the series, I feel like it'll kind of, as someone like myself who hasn't had the pleasure of being able to play those games yet, will kind of have to kind of catch up. But at the same time, that probably wouldn't be the worst thing overall. So the trademark can be viewed online, having been shared publicly today. Capcom trademarked the title on March 4th, so this is a very recent development in the ongoing wait for a new Dino Crisis game. Fans have had very little to keep them going for some time now. Last year gave us something, at least with the first game brought over to PlayStation 5. However, it was locked behind PlayStation Plus Premium, meaning you can't actually buy it and can only play it while you have the subscription. And yeah, that was one of the things that left a lot of fans really upset and, with Capcom, and disappointed at the fact that they kind of had it so that you had to, purchase the most top tier PlayStation Premium, as opposed to just having it available for players to play, which had me as upset as well. But yeah, now that they actually have the game itself, it is one of those things you actually can go back and play it, which is really cool for old school fans and new people that actually wanted to play it like myself. So a new Dino Crisis game would likely pay off for Capcom. Early last year, the company revealed that the new Dino Crisis is one of the most requested games from its community, even with all the big IPs under its belt. And yeah, I mean, at the same time, like with it having such a big franchise, like fan base for the franchise, you can't really be too surprised. As well as the fact that people have been asking for it for years, and like I stated earlier, they decided they didn't want to do it because they were more focused on Monster Hunter, which I get it. It's like you have one franchise that's kind of similar, but at the same time, it's not necessarily dinosaurs in a Resident Evil style the way Dino Crisis is. It's kind of like an open world action game where you're kind of fighting monsters. So the fact that they were more focused on that is something that I feel like they were kind of dropping the ball in that regard. So, unsurprisingly, given all of this hype for the fans, some have taken it into their own hands. Dino Crisis Rebirth is a fan-made attempt to give the classic game the remake treatment that the community has been asking for. Incidentally, a playable build was released just a few days ago if you want to check that out. And for anyone that is curious about that, I actually did do a video on that a few months back. So if you did want to check out what the demo would look like, or at least the mod would look like that they did for the remake of it, then yeah, you can check out that video itself and then see how it went. It looked really fucking good. So the fact that they have it available to play now, I think is really cool and should be able to give fans at least a little bit of a taste of hopefully what's to come in the future when it comes down to this franchise and what Capcom has in mind for it. So this is some great news in my opinion. I really hope that fans out there are pretty excited for this, like myself, because like I stated, I've never really gotten too much into the franchise itself, but regardless of if they're gonna do a remake or if they're actually gonna come out with a new game for the franchise in general, I'm really excited to see what's gonna become of this. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Any Dino Crisis fans out there, are you guys hyped up and excited to hear this news? And yeah, just let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.